Good morning, my lovely children. How are you all? I hope you all are good and studying properly. In our today's social science class, we are going to read chapter number 5, that is the hot desert region. By the end of this chapter, you all will be able to describe its plant, animal and climatic conditions and evaluate how the climate influences the lives of people living there. So shall we start with our chapter? Let's begin. Children, when you hear the word desert, what picture does it come to your mind? Maybe you think of a very dry place or a place without people or plants. Perhaps you will think of miles and miles sandy area and a scorchy sun burning down from a cloudless sky. You know what, children? 1/5 of the world's land surface is desert. A desert is a place that receives very little or no rainfall. Temperatures in this region varies during the course of a day, and based on that there are three types of desert: hot deserts, temperate deserts and cold deserts. They can be sandy, rocky or frozen icy. Let's study a bit more about hot deserts of the world. Let's see where they are located. Hot deserts are located between the latitudes 15 degree to 30 degree north and south of the equator. They lie in the regions between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere and between the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn in southern hemisphere. Few well-known deserts of the world are Sahara Desert, North Africa, Great Australian Desert in Western Australia, Kalahari and Namib Desert in South Africa, Thar Desert, South Asia, Atacama Desert in South America, and the Arabian Desert in Arabian Peninsula. Let's know its climate. Hot deserts regions have extreme temperatures. The high temperatures heat up the bare rocks and loose sand. Usually, there is a huge difference between the day and night temperatures. Additionally, the air is dry and with clear cloudless sky. Summer temperatures generally range from 30 degree to 40 degrees Celsius, rising as high as 55 degrees Celsius in some areas. These regions receives very little or sometimes no rainfall. Some of the desert do not receive rainfall for several years. In winters, temperatures can drop to as low as 0 degrees Celsius. Flora. What do you mean by flora? Flora means the plants of a particular region. Means the plants that are growing here in this region, in these tropical deserts. We can say flora. Tropical deserts have plants that are adapted to dry and arid conditions. Adapted means become adjusted, like the camel adapts itself to difficult conditions of desert. We too should learn to adapt or adjust ourselves to difficult conditions in our lives, children. We should meditate to make us calm and to be strong. Let's go further. Children, as you know, there is no water in these regions. Still, the plants that have managed to grow here are called hardy plants. Hardy means that only without proper conditions they are surviving here. These plants have stems modified into waxy leaf like structure and leaves in the form of thorns to reduce loss of water. Plants like cactus and acacia grow here. Because they have long roots that can reach water sources deep below the ground, they are hardly any trees except date palms. Trees which grow near the oasis. What is oasis? Oasis is an area in a desert where fresh water comes up to the surface and supports growth of plants. Means oasis is the only place in desert where we can find vegetation. Fauna. Fauna means the animals of a particular region are known as fauna. Variety of insects and birds are found in tropical desert regions. Some of them are snakes, lizards, Saharan cheetahs, scorpions, and owls. Burrowing animals means the animals who live in burrows feed at night to escape from extreme heat during the day. Camels have been the main means of transport for people living in these regions from thousands of years. What they are called? I think all of you know that. Yes, they are known as sheep of the desert. The camel is specially well adapted to these regions. How can you tell? Well, it is because their feet are large and flat that helps them to run in the desert. They have small nostrils and 2 rows of eyelashes to keep the sand out of their nose and eyes. They can store fat in their humps and water in their body. That's why they can live without food and water for several days. Life in the hot deserts. Children, as you know, life in these regions are very tough due to extreme climatic conditions and poor vegetation. The people living here are mostly nomads. Who are nomads? Nomads are the people who sustain themselves by hunting and gathering fruits and nuts. Tribes of these deserts include Bedouins in the Arabian desert and Tuaregs in the Sahara desert. However, these tribes lead a more comfortable life with better modern facilities with the help of vast irrigation projects. Do you know what is irrigation? Irrigation means supply of water to crops through tube wells or artificial means of water. Some of the crops that grow here are millets, fruits, vegetables, and date palms. Traders travel in caravans. Caravans are the group of people and animals who travel in a line across the desert, laden with goods to trade. Salt, carpets, clothes are some of important items of trade. But nowadays these caravans are slowly diminishing as faster means of transport have taken their place. Arabian deserts have rich deposits of fuels like petroleum and natural gas, and Australian deserts have rich sources of minerals. That's why mining is an important activity in these regions. Let's see what challenges the people living here are facing. Well, children, the challenges faced by this region are lack of water resources, lack of food, lack of plantation due to high degree of heat, lack of fauna, lack of farming practices, lack of medical treatment, and last but not the least, global warming and excess human activities are the main challenges that people are facing living in these regions. I hope you all must have understood the chapter properly. Take care. Bye-bye, children.